Welcome back to the Smugsy Show. I'm Smugsy, your host, identifying as the Barstool Cougar. Every Wednesday we meet here and talk about important things and important people. This week, we're going to talk about how and why some millennials just don't get their parents on gender, why pen stock tanked, and a little bit about the upcoming OnlyFans photo exhibit scheduled to launch April 1st. Excitement is high. The bar hopefully is set quite low. We had 50-mile-an-hour winds, which made for a challenging shoot. That, coupled with winter New England skin, and lesson learned. But first, a message to millennials who are down on their parents for not completely affirming all the gender speak. Let's start in the beginning, the very beginning, the Big Bang, 13 billion years ago. Did you know that all the energy and matter created at the time of the Big Bang remains the source of all the energy and matter today? And that everything is made of the same atomic matter. Cars, people, marijuana, cans, dust to dust. The laws of physics apply equally all over the universe. There's 100 billion galaxies in the universe. In our galaxy, the Milky Way, we have 300 to 400 billion stars. It's like 100 million light years wide. The galaxy is spinning, Milky Way is spinning. In the Milky Way, our solar system is spinning. The Earth is spinning around the sun. The Earth itself is rotating on its axis. I mean, it's no wonder that millennials might feel dizzy and think for a moment that they're gushing feelings about gender matter, but in the big picture, the Big Bang picture, if you think of it, 13 billion years as one day, 24 hours, the Homo sapiens, homies, that's what we're called now, we just showed up like a second ago. And if you have a lifetime of 100 years, like as old as me, that means you have 0.006 seconds to really make your life shot. And, life began on Earth with single-celled organisms, and over billions of years developed to the beasts of dinosaurs that ruled Earth for 100 million years until they were taken out by colliding asteroids. Fast forward, and here we are, the homies. We have just very little time to do what I think by science would say is pretty simple, right? Our task is to diversify the gene pool to procreate and protect the survival of the species. And, we come equipped with genes. There's cells and genes, and the genes these days have chromosomes that have to, there has to be a cocktail mix of the chromosomes to procreate. And, you can take a shot and throw your genes in the pool, or you can throw your energy in the universe, but you have to mix the cocktail, and mostly the cocktail is achieved through sex, and, sex between your parents. And, of course, you can achieve it other ways beautifully. But sex with your parents, it's kind of a buzzkill, isn't it? I mean, anytime you have a conversation about sex involving your parents or with your parents, it's a little bit disturbing. It's a conversation stopper, and that's kind of like what parents feel about all the gender talk, because is it about sex? If it's not about love, then it's really just about sex, and parents love you, and they want to talk about love and who loves you and who you love. And in hookup culture, gender is often just a statement about who you want to have sex with. It's not about who you are. And so let's talk about love instead. What gender doesn't matter. Who you bang doesn't matter. We're all made of the same atomic matter, and we have a very short time to make a shot, throw a couple of genes in the pool, and energy into the universe. And love is the only thing that transcends biology. So here's the pro tip to my millennial friends and fans: is look up from your navel and look up into the skies and the heaven and meet me in the divine, and then we'll talk. Okay, next we are going to talk about why the Penn stock tanked. Speaking of karma, do you know why the Penn stock tanked this week? Well, I'll tell you. Old Dave showed up. Milton Dave, they call him. Dave Portnoy, of course, Barstool founder and CEO Sports President. When Hemal Jhaveri got canned from the USA Today job as a journalist this week, she got canned for tweeting something that wasn't entirely true. Portnoy's Schadenfreude showed up, and Penn stocks tanked. Maybe you recall in January, this reporter, Hemal Jhaveri, she wrote an article that critiqued the National Women's Hockey League for associating with Barstool Sports and said some pretty controversial statements about Barstool. Well, she was canned on Saturday for tweeting, "It's always an angry white man," after the Colorado and Atlanta shootings that killed 18 people. And in fact, 98% of the time it's a man. Mass shooters, and 98% of mass shooters in the United States are men, and 64% are white. So her bad, but fired? I mean, come on. That is ridiculous and the epitome of cancel culture. And old Dave tweeted an emoji of two glasses clinking, over the headlines. The one where she's attacking Barstool and the one that she's getting canned. New Dave, we feel the Cougars is better than that. He cheered when the move was to offer Hemal Jhaveri a job at Barstool. That's what Barstool did for Kirk Minahan, after all, right? When he was fired from WEEI for speaking his mind, even though it was floating in and out of reality, they offered him a job. So the Cougars, the exclusive Barstool fan club for women who like dogs, announced today they are slightly admonishing Dave Portnoy for his bad judgment and poor taste, and they recommend that Dave spend less time with the pukers. That being said, many Cougars I spoke with privately said that they did buy the dip. Since the Cougars' public comments and the anticipated course correction by Dave Portnoy, the Penn stocks are back on the rise. You're welcome. And finally, a quick word about the OnlyFans photo exhibit scheduled to drop tomorrow, featuring political speech and critique of the Kirk Minahan show, as well as my exercise of First Amendment rights. You can go to OnlyFans and follow @SmugsyGirl. Sign up before April 15th and receive a 50% off promotional discount. Thanks in advance for supporting the arts. And thank you for watching. That's it for the Smugsy Show. This Smugsy Show is brought to you by Smug Ciggies. Sleek and elegant ciggies made with organic cannabis, rolled in delicate sheaths of locally sourced all-natural paper. Look for Smug Ciggies in the indigo and marigold packs. Subscribe to the Smugsy Show. Please leave a comment. Follow me on Twitter @SmugsyGirl. Find all your Smugsy Show content at syndicatemedia.net. And join me in the clubhouse. And until next time, this is Smugsy signing off. Take care.